Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching NowMedia Television.
Hey, this is Michael Rage, your business coach, and welcome today to Biz Talk TV here on NowMedia Television. I'm telling you, I'm really excited about today's show. We're going to be, getting in with Nora today. We're going to talk about bookkeeping and the importance of compliance. Stacy's going to be talking to us a little bit about how do we get our packages moved and what's the best way to do it if we got to ship big packages and a lot amount of freight over the holiday season. Then we're going to be talking a little bit of AI with Dr. Allen. I think it's going to be a good day today, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. And it's time we're going to talk about AI again with Dr. Alan Badeau. Alan, how are you today?
Great, Michael. How are you doing?
Again, like I said earlier, I'm nowhere near as good as you because you're sitting down there in Key West. So I'm going to do my best to see if I can become as good as you. All right, man, we're going to talk a little bit about AI and CRMs. So how do we go about and use AI to help us, with our customer segmentation in our CRM systems?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's what makes AI so powerful from a business perspective, because its ability to actually look through and really try to identify different attributes of your customers that you as a person may not be able to see is a huge advantage for folks that are using this. Things like demographics, location, purchase history is a huge one, right? That's why Alexa gives you suggestions on what you should buy and when you should buy it, and it's that time to buy type thing, as well as even browsing behavior and things that you watch on TV. And there are so many different algorithms that you can leverage to accelerate that, and really to accelerate your interactions with your customers is key. Being able to give them the right amount of information, especially information that they want to see, is very important. And I know we all have seen in the past where we get these automated emails, and of course they're saying, hey, Dr. Badeau, are you interested in AI? Well, clearly that customer or that salesperson didn't go out and look at anything about me, and now with AI, you can do those sort of things. And so if you use it the right way, it gives you a huge advantage.
Yeah, I love the 150 messages I get on LinkedIn every day trying to sell me exactly what I do. And, gotta love it. Gotta love it. So let's talk about this on engagement, So we got AI, we're making that connection. how do we use it to continue and move on in engagement with a potential prospect?
Yeah, depending on what your CRM system does, some of the more expensive ones, but they're excellent systems, will actually guide you through that now,
Okay.
which is really powerful. But if you don't have those kind of systems, you can use tools like, ChatGPT, for instance, to tell you what you should do, what you should say, how you should engage, what those next steps are. You can even ask it to do a business plan or a marketing campaign for you. And so as long as you are asking the questions and driving through those and tracking them appropriately inside of your CRM tool, it's actually very easy to use now.
Yeah, I know, I love it. Afa Rocha was on earlier. She's the one who got me really looking into AI. And one of my business coaches, a guy named Mike McMahon, really had me start looking at it. And we use AI a lot now in our marketing and what we're trying to do, because I know what I want to say, but for me to sit down and write it is going to take forever, and having the ability to have something help me, take it out of my head and move it. And then especially one of the softwares I use helps me, pick one of my favorite copywriters, and I can write it in their tone and that stuff. So it's really helpful in that way. And how else can we use it to really go deeper into customer engagement?
Yeah, so one of my areas of research over the last few years is around using what we call animated personas, AI animated personas. And so I've got some proprietary algorithms and things that I've developed over time that allow me to take an AI agent and really give it 27 to 50 different traits. And then I can feed it different sorts of information, meaning I can say that it only gets its news from one source. It's risk averse. It's got a college degree from, pick a university, and it makes this amount of money, and I can go all the way down through. And then as I feed it that kind of information, I'm training it to respond in a way that either can be representative of my customer, it can be representative of my competitor, which is just as important sometimes, depending on what your goals are. And as you start to group those more and more and more, then you can start to ask it questions. If I offer this service, what are my customers going to think about that? If I raise my prices by 5%, what are my customers going to think about that? And they will give you feedback to say, that's not a good idea. We're going to stop our our online purchase of those types of products. That's very powerful, both for the user as well as the salesperson.
No, that's interesting, because I think one of the hardest things for people to realize is they actually have to train the AI to respond in the way you do it. And I know as I've been using it, I don't know, I treat it like as I'm having a conversation with you. I'm just like asking it questions, saying, oh, wow, I really like that. That was great. How can you do this a little bit more and move that? And when we get it going that way, I'm worried about, security in ways that I could do something that's not right. How do I avoid not doing anything, morally or ethically wrong as I'm asking it to do that?
Yeah, and that's a huge topic right now. I have, from my perspective, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see where those moral and ethical bounds are. And I try to break it every single day. I have 50 different, licenses that I'm using. There's well over 120 right now that you can go out there. I stopped at 50, but I'm trying to push the boundaries to see, if I put this sentence in, what's going to happen? What kind of response is it going to give me? Because, we haven't hit that point yet, and everybody's rushing to use some of these tools. We still don't quite know and understand how and when they are going to go off the rails. And from a security perspective, I tell folks, if you have kids, it's important that they understand how to use it and use it the right way, but don't put any personal information in there. Don't say, what's Alan Badeau's bio look like, to ChatGPT. One, it hasn't been trained on it probably. Two, it's stale, more than likely. And three, I just put in, different sorts of information in there that I don't want anybody else to use to train their models. And so we've seen some of the ramifications over in Europe with GDPR and Italy backing off, allowing folks that are under 13 to be able to use it, and those sort of things. And we are really at an infancy right now in understanding the ethical issues that could arise. I have a whole presentation on how I can get it to do things that are exceptionally unethical. And I try to warn people that if you see something like this, this is a possibility of what can happen. So you need to, divert its attention and take it somewhere else.
Well, that was going to be one of my next questions for you. So your job is to go out there and break it and see where it's going to go. What's some of the weirdest things you've seen it do?
Well, I work with it every day, just like you do.
Right.
When I'm giving presentations, I feel guilty that I don't allow it to introduce itself because it's part of the presentation, right? And so, I have it doing programming. It's writing code for me. I have it, checking my network, cybersecurity type proactive things. But there are times where you can jailbreak it, you can do some other things with it. But for instance, a couple of weeks ago, I was having it program some Python code, and in the middle of the Python code was the Nestle chocolate chip cookie recipe. So it gave me Python code, chocolate chip cookie recipe, and Python code. And I was like, 2 eggs? Why is it saying 2 eggs? Why does it need a cup of milk? And so that's when something happened, something went a little crazy, and it's done that. Now, there are other things. I've got some jailbreaks that I've done where I can get it to respond when there are no filters, on. And some of the things that it says are exceptionally interesting, especially when you ask it about ethics. So maybe that's a demo I can give sometime later on in the future. But there are some things that you can get these models to do that are very unexpected.
I remember one of the first things I did with it, I asked it to write me a blog post to say, should I trust somebody that writes a blog post using AI, and they couldn't actually write that article themselves. And it was a very interesting blog post. I should have put it out there, but it's interesting. So were you just thinking of cookies when it did this, or were you hungry at the time?
No, I was not hungry at the time. However, I'm developing an application, and it's passing cookies between the back end of my code to the front end of the code, and it's passing cookies, security cookies in between. And for some reason, it saw cookies, and it wrote me a chocolate chip cookie recipe. That's the only thing that I can think of that would lead it down that path.
Oh, that's amazing. It scares me, like you said, about writing introductions for yourself. And one of my favorites when I used to introduce myself is, people. I really got a master's degree in trout biology. So why am I talking about business? And my dad was a cop, and my mom was a bartender. So I learned a lot of interesting things growing up. Trust me. So if people want to get better and they want to learn how to use this tool properly and really move and pick somebody like yours brain, how do they go about getting a hold of you, and what kind of things you want to help people with?
Yeah, they can come to my website, leave me a message on the website, send me an email. My email is out there. More than happy to respond to as many as I can. I give about 15 to 20 of these every month or so, but I've done about 75 over the last 3 months. But I get a lot of emails that say, what should we do with our kids? How can we make sure that we're watching our kids? What are some fun exercises to do? And I'll send out some exercises for folks to be able to leverage these tools, and bringing it back around even to the CRM systems. You never know which tool is going to be best for you and what your goals are. So I encourage people to try more than one tool. I have 50. Don't do 50. Keep it at about 3, 4, maybe 5. But you'll start to see as you interact with those tools more, this one might be a little bit better for this type of exercise, whereas a different one may help you get to your end goal significantly faster. So that's the big driver around that.
That's awesome, Al, man. Thanks a lot. This has been great. And again, I can't wait till we get deeper into this. I think there's going to be some really great things and really ways we're going to help business people really understand this tool and how it's going to help them grow and help them make more profits and really do the right thing in business. So thanks a lot, Alan.
Yep, thank you, Michael.
All right, I will be in Key West. I do promise you that. So this is Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV. We'll be back with more right after this.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? Llame ya.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hey, welcome back. This is your business host and guide, Michael Rager, here on Biz Talk TV on NowMedia Television. And it's time. We're going to talk a little compliance today with my good friend Nora. Nora, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Michael?
I'm great. It's been a great day. It's not raining today in Houston. The Astros won last night. So I guess everything's good here in Houston today, right?
Awesome. It's raining here since last night in Chicago.
Oh, I forgot you were up in Chicago. It's getting cold up there. It's turned into fall, my favorite time of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the colorful trees. I love this time. Yeah. Like, it's getting colorful. It's going to get more pretty by the end of the month. Where in Chicago exactly are you? Uh-huh.
Where in Chicago are you?
Oh, so I live in Naperville area.
I used to live in Naperville.
So west to the downtown Chicago.
I used to live in Naperville.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. One of my best friends lives just south of you. All right, let's talk about compliance now. We'll catch up and just talk about Chicago. All right, so here it is. So compliance is a really kind of a dirty word for some businesses. When we're looking at small business owners, what kind of things do we have to be looking at to be compliant in, and what are some ways to keep us compliant?
So the main thing actually is to do your bookkeeping. Like, we go back to bookkeeping every time because this is just the foundation. Right. In order to stay in compliance, you have to do your bookkeeping. Right. And then from there, make sure you have actually everything recorded correctly, and make sure you have a tax accountant on your team. That's very important, and make sure that actually you are engaged on the service of compliance, because you could be having like an accountant, but you're engaged in only bookkeeping, or you're engaged on just like reviewing the books. That's all, without any advisory service. You want to make sure you discuss this with your accountant and include the compliance with that, because you're not going to be able to keep up with tax laws, changes, anything that you're going to do or you have done, like tax accountant. This is what we do, right? So this is our job. We have to keep up. Like you have to keep up with what's going on in your business. You don't have to worry about accounting and taxes. So it's better to have someone do that for you because it's more than a full-time job.
Well, it is. It exactly is, because as a business owner, we don't have time to worry about all that, right? We've got to worry about employees, we've got to worry about product, we've got to worry about service and customers. So how do we, let me ask you this. So when we go looking at compliance, how do we go find the right bookkeeper? How do we find the right accountant? What kind of traits and things do we need to look at so we find you?
Mm-hmm. So basically, like now, like there's this trend of niching down, you know, like, so you have every accountant specialized with something. Right. So if possible, find someone like that, do your niche now, or at least have an experience with yours. For example, I do mainly nonprofit, but I do have businesses, especially I have like those coaches, I have some restaurants, so I have experience with these people. So you want to see like, what do you have? What does the accountant do? Like other services, referral is the best thing to do as well. Like see how knowledgeable they are. Like, are they gonna take the time to talk to you or not? Because to be honest, accounting is accounting. So there's like some additions to everything, but to every industry, I mean, but and the principles is the same, the laws are the same. Well, there's like some industry specific laws, but at the same time, like if the accountants give you their time, answer your questions, actually take the time to let you educate you, because you need to be educated in order in a financial literacy in order to actually make the right decision. So if she just tells you this is what you have to do and that's all, I mean, you have no idea why. So if you change an accountant, maybe you're not going to do the same thing. You have to actually get the why. Why do I have to do that? So she has to take the time to explain to you, to let you know, like the law, to let you know what you have to be doing, why you are doing this, why are you recording this way and not other way around. So if she takes the time to educate you, that would be perfect. You know, you should be always engaging with her. Also from your part, you have to deliver your statements on the right time, keep her informed of what you're doing. So, because if you're keeping information away because you're busy and you don't have time to do it, you don't have a staff member who takes care of delivering this information to your accountant, then the financial reports will not be accurate. Then you're not going to be in compliance because you're reporting the wrong thing for the IRS and the state.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the Michael Rager School of Bookkeeping, because I'm telling you, I'm the worst. I am the biggest advocate for somebody like you, because I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to keep my receipts. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take photos of them. I'm like, oh my goodness. How do you coerce? Let's go that. How do you coerce your clients to do it right so they stay compliant?
So with my clients, we do, we have a monthly meeting. It depends on the service we're engaged on. So for example, it's just bookkeeping. We do a monthly meeting. That's an optional. So if the client wants to take it, I recommend that they take it. And we have like a couple of systems, like we exchange everything so they can upload their statements. And also the better option that takes a burden off the client's shoulder, especially if they don't have people to support them, that a lot of banks that offer accountant access. So this is what I prefer, and this is most of my clients prefer. They give me accountant access so I can jump into their bank account, to their credit card account, and pull those reports and work directly from there. So I don't have to ask them those questions. Of course, I will have to ask, okay, if they didn't let me know actually what was this for, there's always some clarification we need. So unless like we've been working for so few months, but we did not actually, the client did not have something new, but the great client, like they would let me know right away. So if we are in good communication, we don't need to get back together. They know like where to upload invoices, where to upload anything, where to answer the question. So there's a system we work with, and it's working very well for everyone.
I know, like my people, it's hard for them because I got like owning a company called Whiteboards and Whiskey. It's really hard to explain all the liquor that's on my that I'm writing off every month. It's kind of funny to get there, but getting to know really getting to know your vendor, so it would be you, the vendor, the bookkeeper, that really helps makes things easier, right? Because if you're going to go in and access my bank account, you got to get an idea of, okay, this may look weird, but this is why it's weird, right?
Mm-hmm. It's actually, yeah, you need to know. So it takes sometimes, like when we first onboard the client, it takes like a couple of months to get everything, to get to know the client, and then it will become easier and easier every month. And how many good, new things gonna happen, right? Like, and the good thing is you have to let your accountant know when something happens. So, okay, this is, we are using this vendor to get this right now instead of that vendor. Just simple email or simple notes on the documents we're sharing. So this makes it easy. Sometimes, like, okay, if you're uploading those receipts, just put a note on the receipt. So it's easy. So we can match those bank statements to the what you have, because you get to know your client. Just it seems like you're working in-house with them after a while, because you've been doing this for a while.
I know. Mine gets so mad at me, Nora, because I just forget to take photo receipts. And I got so many photos and I got so many receipts, like, oh my goodness, I just hate it. But I know they're looking out for me. I know they're looking out for me. So if there's people out there on the west side of Chicago and around the United States, how do they find you?
So they can go to my website, noorasbooks.com/contact. They can book a call with me. They can follow me on social media or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I always have like great tips for them.
So, all right, it's the fall, all right? You lived there for a while. What's the one thing you and your family do every fall to enjoy outside? Do you go up to Sleepy Hollow up by Elgin?
No, I don't know what's We just go for a walk, like just enjoy the trees. And we love to go to downtown Naperville. We don't go to downtown Chicago that often. At least not me, because like it's far. But I like to go like at least once in a season, right? But my to go is downtown Naperville. I just love that place. And just walking here down the street, watching the tree, I just love it. I try to walk every day unless it's raining all day.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's a place up just north of Elgin, and it's called Sleepy Hollow. And this time of year, when it's nasty and it's rainy and it's cloudy, you drive through it, and it's all creepy, and it's great for the Halloween time of year. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it. Your kids will love it.
Oh, what is it called again?
Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you gotta go check it out.
Chicago area.
Yeah. I lived up there for a couple of years. And I used to be in the oil and gas business, so I get it. I guess, like I said, one of my best friends, Dave Rudine, he's just down there, just south of you. He does a lot of leadership coaching. I'm going to connect the two of you because you guys could probably refer some business. So I want to see you meet some of my really cool friends now that I know exactly where you are, because I'm hiring in Chicago right now. So if you know coaches, they're looking for whiteboards and whiskey, send them out to me. So thanks a lot, Nora. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time. All right, this is Michael Rage, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV on NowMedia Television. We're going to be back with more right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure, and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success. Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager, here on NowMedia Television. And this time, we're going to talk a little bit of transportation and trucking with Stacy Dunn. Stacy, how are you today?
Hi, Michael. I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, from what we were talking about before we got on camera, it's getting a lot better. So.
Okay. Last week we had rain. Today's sunshine.
Yeah, I know. It has changed. It's a lot better weather than it was last week. So that's a good thing. All right, we're getting in that time of year where, as business owners, we're going to have to start moving goods, right? What should we start looking at, and what factors should we use when we decide what shipping carrier we should use to help us move our goods?
Yeah, so the first thing is reputation, right? Reputation never lies. So you can look on Google for any type of reviews. The other thing is their capacity. So it's getting into peak season. And capacity could be scarce. If the carrier gets really busy, then you want to ask about capacity very early in the process. The other thing is their insurance, right? Getting that COI, making sure that your goods are covered. And then the last but not least is the rates, right? I put rates last because a lot of times that's always the first thing on top of the mind, but really you have to look at the other items first, and then the rates is last. And that's some of the things that these business owners can take a look at when, deciding what carrier to, move their goods.
Okay, so yeah, rates is one of the things that's most important. So I'm a business owner, I'm going to go hire Stacy, and I got to look at my rates because that affects my COGS and everything that goes on with my business. Well, how do I negotiate better rates that is fair for you and fair for me?
Yeah, the one of the biggest thing is volume. If you have volume, right, then you should have better rates as a client because you're giving the company more business and they're able to, exceed. The other thing is long-term agreements, right? So just having those long-term agreements, locking those rates, early on and building that relationship. Relationship is everything in this business. It's really not about, the day-to-day. It's really about building the relationship with the client, having them trust you, and then also the client looking at the security. How are my goods getting from one mode to the next? And how is it being secured? And if something happens magically in the process, am I covered? So getting that COI is definitely important, and getting those volume rates. That's the best way to go as a business owner.
Okay, so what are some pitfalls? Okay, here I'm going to give you this real life example. I ordered a hat, right? And hear me as a customer. I ordered this hat at the beginning of September, and I get my tracking code, and my hat went from Ireland to the United States, and from the United States it went to Reno, Nevada. Now it's coming back to Houston. I don't know what's getting on. How could have I avoided that? How could I have just taken it right from Ireland to me? What pitfalls are there that we can get messed up in?
The rates, right? They normally say you get what you pay for. So
that's by free shipping.
It's just like when you look up flights, right? Sometimes you see a cheaper flight, but you have 2 stops.
Right.
Why would you put yourself through that? So definitely neglecting the, just focusing on the rates, which is a problem. The other thing is not focusing on security. like I said before, how are my goods being secured while you have them? And the other thing is like overlooking reputation, not doing their research to find out, what kind of company am I working with, and building that relationship. Relationship is everything. So those are some of the pitfalls. In order to avoid those pitfalls, you have to focus on these things. Are you there?
I want to talk to you, business owner to business owner now. So your business is growing. You're coming into your busy season. Things are going to go here. So when you initially got into this business and you really started growing and said, hey, this is something that's going to be real, what's the best thing you ever did to make sure your business succeeded?
So the best thing that we ever did was focusing on our certifications. Getting certified as a minority-owned, women-owned business has been very helpful with seeking out contract opportunities. And also, a lot of companies, they want that tax break. So in some areas of the US, working with a women-owned business, you can get a tax break on that. So getting those certifications have been very important. We have our certifications for Metro, HMSDC, and also Hub. So those are the 3 top ones that we have our certifications in, and we're able to bid on some of the opportunities that are available here in Houston. Instead of just focusing on our day-to-day, we want to make sure that we're building our pipeline and our business, and getting some of those contracts has allowed us to be able to stay in business, really. So those certifications are very, very, very important. It's not hard to get. It's just that you have to have your back office intact. So like doing your taxes, having your paperwork together, etc.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. It's hard for me to, when I'm working with business, I get a lot of businesses that come to me and say, hey, Mike, I'm a minority. I got a minority wife, or I'm going to get this certification. My problem is that if you go do that and you get audited and that person doesn't run your company, you're in big trouble. Yes. You own the company. So that's the important thing. And I love it that you went up and stepped that, because there are a lot of opportunities. And going into the hub zones and doing this, it allows you to go ahead and subcontract to big companies that have to use certain designated certified companies to get to where they want to get. I mean, that was great. But was it really easy, or was it difficult? How big of a challenge did you have getting those certifications?
I mean, the first one is going to be hard, right? Because you don't know what the expectation is. Once you do your first one, you're knocking it out the park after that. You know what? Most of the agencies are asking for the same documents, right? They're asking you for your corporation documents, your taxes, your equipment list, all of your assets. I mean, they really get in your business. But it's for a good cause, because they want to make sure that they're doing business with a legitimate company and they have done their research on you and looking through your financial documents, etc. Those things are important when you're working with government agencies. So for us, the first one was hard. We had to do an interview and all of that, right? Because they want to make sure that you are indeed a minority and you're a woman and you're running the business, the day-to-day processes, etc. So like you said before, there are people out there that, like you said, that have a wife or whatever, but she really doesn't run the business. Yeah, no, that won't fly with this, because there's an actual interview that goes along with the process for some of the agencies.
Yeah, no,
So
I totally agree.
Once you do the first one, then you're on your way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to get. But if you're in the right business at the right time, it can really boost your business to where you wanna go. I used to do something with a lady out of Florida, and we used to help companies get those things, write their capability statements, understand their NAICS codes, all that fun stuff. Because if you don't, it's a game. It's a different type of marketing. You got to market to the government, and you just got to figure it out. So that's awesome, Stacey. I love it. I love that that nugget you're going to drop off to those business people. All right, we got one more minute left. people are getting ready to ship their goods here for the holidays. How do they get a hold of you, and how do they end up using Black Eagle?
Yes, we're on all social media outlets. Our handle is Black Eagle Transportation. We're also on our website is www.blackeagletransportation.com, and you can also email me at info@blackeagletransportation.com or SDUNN@blackeagletransportation.com.
Stacy is awesome. I love it. I love it. I just can't wait to meet you in person. I know we've been talking here for several weeks. We haven't had a chance to. Hopefully soon we'll be able to see you. And I wish you all the luck going into this next couple of weeks. It's going to be your busy season, and I want you to take a vacation come January, all right?
Yes.
All right. I'm Michael Ridge, your business guide here on Now Media Television and Biz Talk TV. We're going to be back with more right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months, airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? ¡Llame ya!
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. And it's time we're going to talk to my good friend Maurice. Maurice, how are you today?
Pretty good, Michael. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's been a good day here in Houston. I mean, last night, I know you're here in Houston with us. We all enjoyed the Astros win last night. So everybody's a little bit excited. So it's going to be good. So, all right, you told me we got something really interesting to talk about. What's going on with TikTok?
Well, there's a really big case that's happening right now with the state of Montana. So just to give you a little background, back in May, the state of Montana banned the use of the platform TikTok. And they banned it because they know that TikTok is owned by ByteDance. ByteDance is a Chinese company. And they say that their claim that ByteDance would take the information. We don't know what they're doing with it, how they're tracking the data, how they're actually going back and looking at our algorithms to actually identify people. So they have a lot of information that they're collecting on people. So Montana said, we're not going to have any of it. We are banning the use of TikTok in our state. So today is a big case because TikTok is actually suing the state of Montana and saying that they are violating their freedom of speech or First Amendment. So it's an interesting case because, and I think that this is going to set a precedent for a lot of the other states to go back out there and see if they can actually do something that's similar to this. And the question comes down to, how can you ban freedom of speech?
Well, I guess my question is did the state of Montana ever watch what's on TikTok? I mean, we're not giving away trade secrets here, are we?
No, we're not. We're not. And that's the thing about it. Be saying, I mean, you can go back out there and question the ethics. You can question the morality of what people are doing out there. But you cannot go back and say that somebody's actually trading information about nuclear science experiments or anything like that. And I think it comes down to that they were kind of upset because they're saying that it's actually taking our society, and they say it's more of a morality issue because we're doing some things that are questionable out on the platform. They're saying that, why are we endorsing this to happen in this way, where they have the same application in China, and China, they don't use it that way. They use it completely for educational purposes.
Yeah, well, I think that just becomes the perspective of America, I guess, and where we're going and what we're trying to do. So how do you see this, affecting your industry and the clients that you deal with? What do they got to worry about?
I think people look at that and say, if you can actually go back out there and ban a platform, then it kind of like opens the door and say, what else can you ban? Can you ban Facebook? Can you ban Instagram? Can you ban some of the other platforms we actually have out there? So I think it's just going to set some really guidelines as to what we can actually put out there. And I think another big thing that we're looking at that is where's the difference between truth and who actually goes back out there and judges the truth versus a lie. It's just going to open a door for a lot of other different questions, a lot of different questions about what is the ethics, what is the morality, and it's going to be really affect the industry in our whole world actually.
Yeah, I think it's right now people are getting it. If I don't believe it, it's wrong, and we're worried about other people's sins than our sins. Because maybe they sin bigger than we do. It's very interesting in looking at this. And I think you're talking about the truth. We were just talking with Alan Badeau, and we were talking about AI and how AI is actually learning about, morality and stuff like this. How can it, from a security standpoint, I know that's some of the things that you help companies understand, a security standpoint, how can something like this really affect them and affect their business?
I think it goes back to and I heard an interview that you had with Dr. Badu, and he talked about the data, and data is everything. Mm-hmm. And I think it goes back to the data that these platforms are actually taking. When you put that data into a system, who judges what that data, if it's right or wrong? And it goes back and with the information where you're saying, okay, how can we verify that that's the truth? How can we verify that that's a lie? And who decides that? And so it's going to bring up some really great questions that we should probably be having at this stage in the game, and saying, how do we actually validate that data? How do we actually go back and say, how do we measure it? And how do we control the data that's going out there? Because that data is going to influence the decisions that people make.
Well, I think that's where we're going to get to. We're getting in this point where who regulates it, and we're at this weird thing of, we're kind of anti-regulation, but we need regulation. If we don't regulate, everybody thinks, I came from the oil and gas business, and I was in it for a long time as the environmental side, and everybody gets saying, oh, we don't need the regulation. Look, I was out there in the field. Yeah, we do. People are going to do stuff that are very unethical if you just allow them to do it. So we start looking at this. What do you think? Where do you think we need to go on the regulation side here? I mean, should somebody be regulating it?
I think that the government should come in and do some kind of regulations with it. And I think that there should be consequences if people continuously put false information out there. And I think that we should actually set a standard of guidelines as to verifying the validity of the data. We should put guidelines as to what are the legal ramifications if somebody actually comes out there and continuously put that false information out there. So I do believe it is time, in our society that we have to go back and put some kind of guidelines or regulation as to and consequences if people disregard it with the data that's going inside the platforms.
Well, you know, I remember one of our old guests used to be on here now. She hosts Purple Politics, Elena. We were talking about this. So you take away my freedom of speech right means I can say whatever I want. If I lie and I lie and I lie, we've seen it going on. That's still my freedom of speech. So I can go lie. I totally agree with you. You know, I don't think we should be able to perpetuate lies. If we know they're not the truth, you know, because we get people do some dumb stuff out there, don't they?
They do, and I like how you mentioned that, because it comes to the point where it is freedom of speech, and that's one of the beauties of actually being here in the United States, is that you can say what you want to say. But the question is, you can say what you want to say, but you don't scream fire in a movie theater, you know. And so you have to go back out there and put some kind of guidelines and regulations. And the big question is, who does that? You know, do we depend on our government to do that, our federal government? Most likely, yes. It's going to have to be some federal guidelines to come down to, and setting some parameters so that it doesn't infringe on the freedom of speech.
Well, I think it matters. You know, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on when you start going to our federal government. You know, half of them hate him, half of them trust him. We don't do this, and you know, do we got to go? What Alan says is just let AI govern us. And
that's a really great question. But then it comes down to, at what point do you actually trust the computers? Because, and they are going to get smarter and smarter, and they are going to make decisions. They can make decisions today. BI is business intelligence is so effective right now. They can make intelligent decisions faster than you and I can ever think of. You know, we'll never be able to comprehend and make those kind of decisions. So, yes, that's true.
Yeah, I know. I see it. So, you know, with businesses and, you know, TikTok and all these platforms, how, you know, in your realm, and you're working with businesses that are utilizing these platforms, how do you help them make sure they stay safe on them and they don't get in trouble by using it? You know, because we've all known somebody that's gone in Facebook jail. I haven't yet. I've come close, but I haven't. So how do we help our people, you know, stay at least compliant to what at least we know the rules are?
You know, right now, and if they actually follow the guidelines that are actually set by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, which is we consider NIST, N-I-S-T standards, if they follow those guidelines, they have those principles already set up, and you stay within those parameters, you'll be okay. So yes, with especially in regards to cybersecurity.
So what's one thing that, you know, have you seen where people have really gotten in trouble on this side? You know, what's one thing they got to do to, what kind of trouble can they get in? Let's go this, let me rephrase this. What's one thing they can get in trouble with? And then how does a company like yours come in and protect them so they can stay out of that trouble?
One area they can get in trouble with is, say, when we look at PCI standards, like for example with the credit cards. If you know that you're actually violating the guidelines that they have put out for PCI-DSS type standards when you're processing people's credit card information, and you're actually leaking that information or leaving it exposed to different some bad actors out there, that information can be bad. You know, you're actually going out there and leaving the information open, with an open door in regards to somebody could take that information and use it for fraudulent type activities. Those are the kind of standards that you have to pretty much stay within the parameters to make sure you stay on top of the government guidelines and regulations.
Okay, well, this is really interesting, Maurice. I love it, and I love talking to you all the time. It's fun. So if people want to get a hold of you and have you help them, how do they do that?
They can email me at mhamilton@infinivate.com, and I'll be more than happy to have a conversation about the guidelines and security protocols as established by the government today.
Well, that's great, man. It's what this guy does. It's so important for you, the business owner. You got to make sure you're protected, and you got to understand what's coming down the pipe. And I think just sharing that court case today is something that I think a lot of people didn't even realize was happening, and it's something we really need to look at. So thanks a lot for sharing that, Maurice.
You're more than welcome. Thank you, Michael.
All right, man. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right. This is Michael Rager, your business guide here on NowMedia Television. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months, airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success.
Hey everybody, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I'm telling you, it was a really, really great show. We learned a lot of good things. I'm telling you, we learned a little bit about, moving big freight over the holiday season, and that we've got to get Stacy a vacation. We want to look at Nora and what's going on in bookkeeping and making sure we stay compliant. I'm telling you, Dr. Allen, he's just bringing it. He's bringing it with AI, and Maurice, talking about this really important TikTok case that's going on and how it affects our freedom of speech. So I'm telling you, when you're going to go out there, make sure you got to understand what's going on in your business. Go pour into yourself and learn a little bit more about these topics. One of the ways to do it, whiteboards and whiskey. Come out and join us first Wednesday of the month here in Houston. We're actually going to go ahead and mastermind. We're going to have a couple drinks, and we're really going to challenge you on how you're looking at your business and how we're actually going to help you grow. So this is Michael Rager, your business guide. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Make sure next week you join us here on Biz Talk on NowMedia Television. We'll see you soon.
This has been a NowMedia Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
My name is Andrew Glisson. Over the past 4 years, I've built a portfolio of over 200 single-family rental properties that generate over $200,000 a month in income. I've put together a 6-step formula to help you consistently acquire rental properties that cash flow $250,000 or more a month and have $30,000 or more of equity built into them. This includes starting right, becoming bankable, buying right, renovating right, exit strategies, property management, and many more modules. Best of all, if you're not totally blown away by the content, we offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're ready to build generational wealth for you and your family, look me up at sfruniversity.com.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
These are the top 3 questions I get from people about investing in real estate. How much money do I need to get to the next level? How do I find good properties to invest in? Can I even make money in this business when interest rates are so high? I answer these questions and many more in my online course, SFR University, where I show you the strategy that I used to build a multi-million-dollar real estate business in 4 years from scratch. Whether you're just starting out or someone who's looking to scale, this course will have something for you. Join us at sfruniversity.com. See you in the course.
Hey, Lily says AT&T's giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Todos quieren boletos de avión baratos, pero ¿dónde los encuentras? Llamando a Vuelos y Más. Sus precios vienen directamente de las aerolíneas y son tan bajos que no los vas a encontrar publicados en ningún otro sitio. Nos especializamos en garantizarles los boletos de avión más baratos, con descuentos en habitaciones de hotel, alquiler de carros y grandes ofertas en paquetes para cualquier lugar del mundo. No importa su destino, podemos ayudarle.
Gracias, Vuelos y Más.
¿Qué espera? ¡Llame ya!
Hi everyone, I'm Clara Capano and I am so excited to announce that my new TV show, Be Productive, is airing now on Now Media. You can catch it online as well as in several local stations in your immediate market. So go to nowmedia.com and catch all the strategies, all the tips you need from industry leaders on Be Productive.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
En vivo desde Houston, la ciudad espacial. Esto es Now Media Televisión.